So we literally just go here to the right, we click export, and then we're given a bunch of different options. So we can share it here directly to social media. So it gives you the different options here. This might be useful if you want to almost have like a social media like management tool. I personally haven't tried this option, but I would definitely say always download it. You want to have like somewhere, a folder where you have all of your social media clips. And so we're definitely going to download it. So I'm going to go over here, click on download, and then we're going to choose like our resolution. So here 1080 is like a, very good like resolution. You can sometimes, you might need a smaller one, but if possible, I would always go for 1080. High quality, then the frame rate. So 30 frames per second is quite common for phone footage. So that works absolutely fine. And then we just go to export, and then we just have to wait for it to export. Just a quick note on accessibility. 1 in 4 people across the UK has a disability, and so it's really vital that when we're creating content, that it's very easily accessible. And what are ways that we can do this? As we've just done, subtitles and captions help people who struggle with hearing or use their phone without sound. Visual clarity and simplicity just very easily allows for your audience to consume your content. Color contrast for text. So this is important, for example, if you have a very bright background and then you put text on top of it that is white, it will be quite hard to read it. So having awareness of what your background, is, and then the contrast that the text creates is something to look out for. And then just making sure that the audio is clear. I know we do this when we're recording, but also when you're editing, just making sure that it's easy to understand and to hear. So just a couple of things to kind of keep in mind as you're going through your editing journey. Not every video needs to be edited, and if it needs to be edited, it might be something really simple as just like selecting the clip, putting a logo on it. It could be like just putting 2 clips together and making that an edit. And which brings us to number 2, just keeping it simple, especially when you're starting off. That is something that will really help you just to release content. And yeah, just keeping it simple, really important. Number 3, play and practice with editing software. Again, like I've mentioned, there's loads of different editing softwares, and they all do the same thing. So find one that works for you. Again, CapCut, I think, is a very good starting off point. But don't worry if if it doesn't work for you. There might be another editing software that's better for you. Check accessibility. This is essential in our field. And again, this is when we're talking about, for example, making sure that we have subtitles. Make sure that when we're adding text to our project, that it's very easy to read. All of these things. Making sure that the audio is audible. and that there's that it's very clear in everything it's trying to communicate. Again, just making sure to take your time with it. Like for me, it's always the next day is a great time to have another look at the project, make any changes, and then ask someone who doesn't have anything to do with this project to have a look at it. It's usually like a really good way to get initial feedback, and then you go back to it, you make some changes, and then have another look at it. Again, coming back to the brief, it's so easy when you're in that editing process to get a little bit lost and to go on different adventures with it. So always coming back to your planning document, your brief, and making sure you kind of fulfill everything that's on the brief. thank you so much for spending time with me and participating in this little video about the editing process. I hope you're walking away from it just feeling like feeling more confident, feeling like you can edit your own videos. And I hope that you stay creative, that you try out new things, that you're not afraid to do something wrong. I think it's really the way to succeed in editing and to release content is really just by doing it and then getting better at it. So have fun with it, and I look forward to seeing some great video projects coming out of your organization.